So welcome into a pre-recorded OMSI 2 video. We're on Bad Kinzau 3. I'm not sure what route we're on. I'll just quickly get the bus loaded up. It's 311, isn't it?
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool Bad Kinzau.
Yeah, there's the 311 to Wendersburg. We are in the Vanhool A120 Intercity 1989 variant. So we're off to Wendersburg. 311, I said, wasn't it? There we go. We are in, I believe. Oh, what an... And that is the bus. Take a screenshot. There we go. Lights on. Minimap on. So the minimap doesn't seem to want to work. This is going to be awkward. It just looks like it's in a weird position, the cab.
Welcome. The next stop is.
So I'll try and drive it as best as I possibly can.
Hallo.
Einmal normal bitte.
Eine Fahrkarte bitte. Dankeschön.
It's quite a weird looking bus. Just the positioning of the cab and that feels a bit off. But never mind. What else single player mode for these because
Einen Einzelfahrschein bitte.
one if we do any damage because we're not used to driving it. It's not. There's no repair bill to the company because we do it in multiplayer mode, driving for a company. If we do any damage, that's got to be paid for by somebody. And some depending on the company you work for, depends on how much repair levy there is. It also affects our ratings as well if you crash or if the passengers are not satisfied. So even more so with this one, with the bus. It's a 1989 bus. It's just in a weird... The cab is in a weird position, so it just doesn't feel right, but never mind.
The next stop is Saint Nicola.
I think if we drive it in this view, it's probably going to be
Welcome aboard. The next stop is.
better because if we do it in the cab view,
Guten Tag. Eine Fahrkarte bitte.
Yeah, it's very awkward in car view. I don't think it's. I think it's more to the fact of those, the angled curves there. I don't think it's. I think that's what's putting me off. I'd like to hope that this.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool A120.
Alright, so we have featured bad Kinzau before, I believe.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool A120.
Erste Stunde Fahrschule ist ja nichts dagegen, ne?
Yeah, I think if we work out that if that's parallel, that's 90 degrees to the road, I think that's probably the right. That's probably us driving straight, I think. Trial and error on it. Never drove this bus before. I noticed it in the list. So like I say, we've been trying. The point of these, the so we've been trying to feature buses, buses and maps that we've not really done before. I've done much of.
Start virtually.
This being one of them, I think maybe is do it and out the external camera for a bit. Probably a bit more. Especially with this bus, just seems to be a little bit.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Start virtually.
But there's a double door actually. It's just very weird. I think it's mind over matter. I think, to be honest, I think if we line the steering wheel up parallel to the road, and obviously the top bit of the dashboard, but subconsciously you're thinking, I'm turning. You're then trying to counter turn, and this is why the route, it probably hasn't been a smooth ride. So we'll probably switch between the two views, depending on how. We're getting the hang of it.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Wanstead.
No one's wanted to get off yet, which is a plus. We could have got a bit closer to the to the curb there. Never mind. So the rear doors do work as well. Yeah, see, we will flick between the views, depending on how things get. Like I say, it just feels like you want to turn.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Sarsfield
think it's going to be very similar to what the Optare Versa would be like to drive. Just the Optare Versa is pretty similar sort of shape at the front. Left or right? Right, I'm guessing by the arrows. Yeah, so now we're used to it. It is a little bit easier to drive. Now we've got the hang of it. Straight on for the 311 and then a right turn. So some of the feedback is take turns at less than 10 miles an hour to stop passengers freaking out and complaining. Seems to be much smoother.
Morgen.
There we go.
Kurzstrecke bitte. Dankeschön.
Yeah, I think it's just the way that points in at the front of the bus there. It's a bit. They were starting to get the hang of it slowly. Of course, being on cobbles as well doesn't help. Yeah, that seems to be. Seems to be getting the hang of it. So we can try and get this one a bit closer to the curb then. That's better. I don't know why those doors were still open.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Narberth.
So if you haven't already done so, hit the like button and the subscribe button if you do like what you see. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're a regular, welcome back. You do feel free to hit the like button and subscribe button if you like what you see. Do frequent live streams, generally where possible, Monday through Thursdays. It does vary slightly just due to work commitments and other things. But where possible, Mondays to Thursdays on an evening, starting anywhere from 6 o'clock onwards. Live streams an hour to 4 hours, depending on if there's plenty of people involved and interacting, then we'll go a bit longer. In general, live streams have been OMSI 2, but we have introduced some Euro Truck Sim 2 live streams. It seems to be well reciprocated. So we probably continue with that pattern, and then maybe add some Formula 1 23 live streams. Do have F122, but we probably wait till F123 comes out for live streams. We do pre-recorded content as well, which we upload on days we're not live streaming. The doors are all closed. We also live stream occasionally on afternoons and some weekends. Again, just down to circumstances permitting us to do so. If you want to see a particular bus route or map on OMSI 2 or Eurotruck even, let me know in the comments. Similarly with regards to PGA Sports, PGA Tour Golf even, and F122 and 23. If you want to see a particular car or circuit, or in relation to PGA Tour Golf, you want to see a particular golf course, leave a comment. I will reply to all of the comments. If it is a request, then we'll obviously reply to let you know when it'll either be uploaded or live streamed if we're live streaming it, so you're aware of it. Any feedback as well, let me know. As long as the feedback is constructive and it isn't abusive or aggressive. If it is, we'll remove it. If it's not, happy days. We'll take any feedback on board, especially OMSI 2. Some of the feedback we've had was, like I say, we're cornering, taking corners too fast, clicking curbs. A lot of feedback regarding that. So, like I say, feedback, i.e. taking corners at a slower speed, braking earlier and more smoother. So we've took all that on board, and some of the recent streams have been a little bit more smoother, thanks to that feedback. Like I say, any feedback that helps the channel is greatly appreciated. You might think it's nitpicking, and even if it's something very simple, feel free. Like I say, as long as it's not negative, or like I say, over the top. As stupid as that feedback might sound, by all means leave it. Like I say, if it's too bad, we'll remove it. I don't know if I've come the right way. I want stand B.
The next stop is Kronberger Schlossby.
One. No, that's the one.
Guten Tag.
That was a bit confusing. Took the curve on that one. Never mind. Okay, no ticket inspector because we are in single player mode. I mean, so the reason for that is it's routes we've not done before and buses we've not used. So it's just so we don't cause any damage to companies' buses that we drive for. So by doing it in a single player mode, any damage doesn't cost any money to repair because it's single player mode. That's the whole point. Traditionally, I generally prefer modern buses, but some of these older buses are really taking a shine to me. I think the Vanhool A330, I think the 2002. We're going this way. going this way because we're going to Wendersburg. We started in Bad Kinzau, that's right. Little body of water there. I don't know if that's flooding or that's a little lake or a stream. Possibly just a little pond. But yeah, like I said, traditionally I like the modern buses, the Enviro 400s, the Veilings, the Masterbus Gen 3s and the Geminis. But like I say, some of these older buses are really actually taking a shine to us. Taking a shine to. The minimalistic dashboards. And what's actually more impressive is the dashboards are actually functioning. So it's not like just a blank, not just a JPEG image, it's actually functioning. The dials on there function and move. I do like the Optare Phantoms. Or the Optare Spectres, I think. Spectre Phantom, I'm not sure exactly which one they are. But I do like those as well. Yeah, especially some of these European buses that are quite old. Very rattly. I think it was about a 30-minute journey, so we're nowhere near yet.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is London.
Young man's got on. There we go. So thoughts on Bad Kinzau? We've drove it before, and it's quite a decent-ish little map. There's not a lot of routes on it.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool A120.
So we're running a bit behind schedule. Patch that up. Tight corner, so.
Schumacher, ja.
Yeah, so we're starting to get the hang of this bus now.
Können wir die Fuß hauen?
Probably a bit fast round those country lanes. Now we can open it up. It's a straightish road. Go back some of that delay. that the bell? It was indeed. As well as approaching red lights. You know why the doors saying they're open when they're not? They're not, are they? No, they're not. Well, we're just waiting for the green light.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool A120. Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool Central.
Yeah, so with if you have a steering wheel installed, you do feel these cobblestones through the steering wheel. If you have force feedback enabled.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Vanhool Central.
Yeah, we've definitely got the hang of driving this one now. Would I drive it again? Well, I probably would actually, yeah. It's quirky. It's old.
Was wird denn jetzt? Halten wir mal an, lassen wir ihn
Quirky and old, but once you get used to it. So we're probably coming up to the end of the journey. I'll just keep it with the speed and fine.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Hessestrasse. Welcome aboard. The next stop is Masterswitch.
No one getting on. Everyone is now off. So yeah, we're almost. Next stop is the end of the route. A good 30-minute journey.
Welcome aboard. The next stop is Masterswitch. Welcome aboard. The next stop is Masterswitch. Welcome aboard.
So there we go. That ends the journey. So feel free to join us next time. Until then, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, depending on where you are in the universe. Till the next time. Bye bye.